NotebookLM, the best AI learning tool, has just received a massive update and not enough people are talking about it. In this video, the next 10 minutes really, I'm going to show you exactly what has changed and why it matters. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So there are four main pillars to this update. Pillar number one is that we have a better model. Remember that NotebookLM is owned by Google, so it uses Gemini. It is now using Gemini 3.5 as well as anti-gravity. And there's also one new feature, which is that each notebook is going to have a sandbox cloud computer. I'll explain what this means in non-technical terms in a second. Basically, we have a better model, meaning we're going to be getting better results. Pillar number two is that we can now see more transparently the process behind answers. If you think about it, one of the best advantages that NotebookLM had is the transparency when it came to sources. We knew exactly which sources we were using and we knew which information was being extracted from each source. However, whenever we asked a question, we could not see what was happening behind it. Now that we're using a better model, we do have the function to see the reasoning behind, and I'll show it to you in just a second in a live practice right now. The third update are chat-generated deliverables, and this is related to the sandbox cloud computer I mentioned before. To put it very simply, before NotebookLM was just a researcher. It was very good at finding sources, but that's basically it. You couldn't ask it to do anything with sources. As you may recall, the artifacts, which were quite cool, the problem they had is that they always followed the same template. If you look at it, if you ask for a design, an infographic, a sheet, they would generate it for you, but then you couldn't edit them because they were mostly images. This has now changed, and you can now generate much better artifacts and more custom artifacts because each notebook is going to have its own cloud-based computer. So just think of it as if now that researcher has also hired someone with a laptop that can actually execute these tasks. So if you want to make changes, if you want to make an actual PPT document instead of just a screenshot of a slide, which is what you used to get, we can now do this, and I'm going to show it to you live in just a minute. And finally, we have the fourth upgrade, which is that source discovery has improved. It was already very good before. You could search for more sources, but now you can do the opposite. You can see which sources you're perhaps missing in your notebook. So these are the four main upgrades. I'm going to show them to you very, very quickly live so that you can actually see them in practice. Okay, so we are in NotebookLM, and I'm currently in a notebook that I created to do a real estate analysis in Manchester. Let's imagine we're going to buy our first property. So we could basically just enter this chat and ask the following question. I'm a first-time buyer looking at my first home in Manchester on a £42,000 salary, and I have £25,000 saved. Based only on my sources, walk me through whether I can realistically buy right now. Now, what I want you to see with this prompt right here is not so much the result, but it's the reasoning and the new transparency behind it. So we're going to send it in, and as you can see, we're going to start seeing the process, which is something that we did not have before. So we can see exactly what is happening right now. It is going through our sources. We have 62 sources in this notebook. It's now scanning all the text, finding relevant information. So something as simple as this, and now we'll see it even more breakdown. This is already a big step. Before, we did not have this transparency of all the steps that were being conducted and everything that it was doing. ChatGPT had this for a while, Gemini had this for a while, Claude had this for a while, and you could see exactly what was happening. Instead of just waiting for a minute or two for an answer, you could see the entire process on what was happening, okay? The decision process behind it. And here we go, now we have our response. The only thing I wanted to show you was exactly that, how you can now see all the steps that it followed in order to give us an answer. For some people, this is just a small minor change. For others, it helps towards transparency. You can see what the model is doing, how it is thinking, the process that it is following in order to arrive to this conclusion. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is talk about this new cloud-based sandbox computer that each notebook receives and the improvement that this creates when it comes to these deliverables and these artifacts. So first of all, I'm just prepared another prompt. I'm in the exact same notebook, and I'm saying, hey, could you build me an Excel sheet? Now remember, before in Studio, we did not have that possibility, right? We had here audio, slide deck, mind map, video, reports, flashcards, quiz, infographic, data table. We could not generate an Excel file. Additionally, I've also said, please create a PPT. And we'll talk about this in a second. We're going to send this in. Before, we could make a slide deck, but this was not a PPT. As a matter of fact, if you open it up, I've generated it right here. Okay, and we can expand it. The problem with this, we could now, for example, download it as a PDF. But we cannot really edit this. We couldn't, excuse me, edit this. Now, and this is part of the upgrade, this can be transformed into a PPT, meaning that it is an actual slide deck. And we can actually edit the slides. The problem with before is that these slides were images. They were being generated by Nano Banana, which is Gemini's image generation model. So you weren't really getting slides, you were getting images of slides. The problem with this was that they weren't really editable, okay? Another example was with these infographics. Okay, let's see here. There we go. I could not edit them. Let's imagine I really like this infographic, but I wanted to change this little title right here. I couldn't. It was an image. It was non-editable. Now we can export it as a PPT. And this makes our life much, much easier. So while we're waiting for this result, I wanted to let you know about something, and that is that we are hosting a free weekly class every single Monday of the year, in which we do a live AI practice with me, and you can ask me any questions live through the chat. It's completely free. We do it every Monday, and you have the link to sign up again for free in the description. Also, while we're still waiting for this response, I wanted to let you know that we're uploading 2 YouTube videos per week, and I want to make sure you subscribe and activate the notifications bell so you don't miss out. Anyways, we have a response. Let's go back to it. All right, guys, and here is my Excel file that it made for me. I have made a bit of editing just to make it nicer, like this orange color. But here we have it. We have the different products, in this case, 4 different mortgages. We have the different interest rate, different deposit, estimated monthly payment, and then here it tells us if we are eligible or not. We could not do this before. We could not ask for these specific type of files within chat. We can now do this. And I think that this upgrade is massive. All right, for the final practice, check this out. So I said, based on our conversation, what sources or information is missing and what would be valuable to add. So check this out. Before, we could add more sources manually, right? So I'd click here on add sources, and I would have to either upload my own manual sources or I could make a search here. We already knew this. It was valuable. It was great. But check this out. I've said, hey, check all my current sources, so go through all 62 and see what I'm missing. For example, it says, hey, I don't think you've taken into account leasehold costs. I don't think you have taken into account building safety and these certificates. I don't think you've looked at first-time buyer schemes. And I don't think you've looked at granular transactional cost and council tax and utility bans. And it doesn't just stop here. Okay, I already found gaps within my research. I haven't considered all these areas. It said, hey, why don't I give you sources for this? And check this out. It's just suggested 7 more sources that I can check out. I can view them and see if I want to add them. For example, I could say, hey, I'm going to exclude this one. I'm going to remove that one. And I'm going to add all these. I'm going to import, and these sources are now going to be added into my notebook, as we can see right here. And guys, this is great because before we could search for more sources, but now it's going further. It's seeing what areas we haven't researched and we haven't covered, and where we may be a bit weak in our analysis and where we should search for more. So guys, here you have it. This is the update. I think it is a very relevant update. Although visually everything looks the same, I think there's a lot more behind the scenes that's adding a ton of value. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and remember, we host a free weekly class every Monday. You can sign up completely for free in the first link in the description. And remember also to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. We post 2 YouTube videos per week with content like this so that you stay up to date. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.